Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on an abandoned T station in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, the T system is Pittsburgh's trolley modern streetcar system that they have through part of the city anyways. It's not a full-on system, but it works fairly well for where it goes. I've ridden it couple times now, and it works very nice and it's pretty smooth, and I enjoy it. I mean, I like streetcars, so I'm a fan. But I was at the convention, which happens every year, Anthrocon, and I was in the hotel and noticed the structure in the distance that you're seeing right there. I'm taking a look at the sign there, but it says Penn Station, and I could notice the T logo for the T system, the Pittsburgh T, and I'm like, I don't recall there being a T station listed on the system map over near the Amtrak station, which I'm showing here. This is we're just kind of going over, taking a look at the old train station. It's converted into apartments now, but the Amtrak station is still right next to this. My friend points out something kind of a neat little fact, so I'll let him talk on that one here.
Train station.
Yeah. If you get, I don't think it's gonna pick it up, but on the sign that says Pittsburgh, he spelled B-U-R-G.
Oh yeah, it is.
It says 1900 because the H was only formally added in like 1913 or something like that. I don't remember exactly the year, but somewhere in the early 1900s.
Is there like a reason why they did that?
I looked it up last night.
Just because
There were other Pittsburghs with the G. You know what it was? It was sort of contested. Like people would spell it with an H often.
Yeah.
There was a formal spelling and an informal spelling, but I think the informal spelling was more popular. And then
Just went with that.
there were also other Pittsburghs with a G, and I think the H was going to set it apart.
I see. That makes sense.
But anyways, so basically I was looking out the window and I noticed that station was there, and it didn't make sense, so naturally I wanted to go explore. But turns out the station was called, of course, the Union Station on part of the T. It's disused and it hasn't had regular service since 1993. From what I can find out, it's still technically part of the T system and part of the Red Line. I later say in the video I thought it was part of the Blue Line because of some of the signs, but I guess technically it's part of the Red Line, and it does still link up with the Steel Plaza station through tunnels. I guess the whole big thing is it's never been able to have. It was always difficult to integrate into other services, I guess. I guess it used a portion of the old single-tracked Pennsylvania Railroad tunnel that went underneath the U.S. Steel Tower. And since the building's structural supports are on each side of the tunnel, it can't make it wider. So it was very limited. So I guess it was just difficult. So it hasn't had regular service since 1993, but I guess it has occasional use, which is why it still is there. And I did find a map where in the modern T system, where it lists it on the map. It just doesn't have any lines running to it. It's just kind of this blurred out station. But anyways, that's about all I can say on this voiceover. I'll just let the video do the rest of the talking, and I'll be quiet. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.
It says Port Authority. To South Hills Village and Libraries. So this would have been the Blue Line, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, South Hills Village would be the Blue Line. The library would be the. Oh wait.
Because they're both Blue Line. And they split.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing that when I was writing it.
Once upon a time, there was a Blue Line and a Red Line when I used to take it. Blue Line was South Hills Village.
Okay. I can't tell if there's anyone in that one. Just Port Authority.
Yeah.
Looks like $1.50 or something. Think we can get away with looking at it? Yeah, that's true. Looks one ride, $1.75. It's kind of similar.
Yeah,
Two different.
Other than those monthly pass prices, there's no way that's still cheap. It's still that price. So this must be kind of cheap. I think the $275 is still the standard, but I don't think it pass for $75.
No.
No, it's a lot more crazy.
Yeah, it looks like it ends just beyond that over there.
Yeah, it's probably more.
Should we walk down here? A little strolly boo boo? Doesn't say this side you can't go down.
It does not say that.
Yeah. To Steel, so this went to Steel Plaza from right here.
Yes.
So somehow,
Station Square.
I noticed that in Steel Plaza it like split off.
Did it?
Yeah, like there's like two platforms and
They may have been turning around there at one time too when there was construction. Because I remember after this one closed, he would stop at Gateway would be the last one.
okay.
And Gateway was closed for a while. I think they were using Steel Plaza as a turnaround for that long time.
So now it's just, was this always a busway or?
As far as I know, it was all the bus way, yeah.
Okay.
Because there's a bus that's like the 28X or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take you to over here to the east side of town.
Grass growing maybe in the
Yeah.
platform. I like how the red light on the platforms are still,
Yeah.
for the train are still on.
It's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny.
You see the salt damage over there. It's just like
Oh yeah.
dripping right through.
Just taking a little leak.
Yep.
It's just from like winter kind of stuff.
I assume, yeah, it just has to go somewhere.
It does.
Garbage in there.
Someone's been here. Someone's been throwing some trash.
Yeah.
Well, they still keep the bins in there, so
Yeah.
someone's putting trash bags in there.
You know what I'm noticing too is the concrete structure has to be older than the T line itself because all the trolley stops, like the standalone ones like this,
Yeah.
aren't under building or something like that. They all look the same in silt or
Like
newer
this little like
environment.
arch. Are you talking about like the covers?
Yeah, all this the whole structure, the brick and everything. They
Yeah.
all look significantly different. If you get on somewhere else, where'd you say you got on at?
I got on at something Memorial
Memorial Hall.
Hall.
Yeah, so that you probably saw that one look like
That
a
one's
lot
got
different.
that yellow and blue kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
design.
They kind of all have that, aside from the older stations. So this must have been something else before it was a trolley line, and I'm wondering.
It's very high. Like this, the track is very wide too.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
So I'm sort of wondering if maybe this was part of the train station before it was.
It could have been. So maybe this wasn't even a trolley station.
Yeah, it would have had to been something before because this. I mean, look how old these bricks look too. It was.
Yeah,
It was
like-
definitely something before it was a trolley stop. I just didn't know what.
Because it's got the electric line, just like the trolley uses.
Yeah,
So I was like, what's this?
may have been a trolley stop. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. It's probably for the streetcar. I bet that's it.
The old-
It's probably the streetcar stop.
Before the current streetcar, the light rail?
Yes. I
Was
bet.
there a different one before?
Yeah, they had one. They used like it's like most of these. They used to all.
Yeah, all through the city.
All through the city. And after that era was sort of done, they had one or two that hung around just as sort of like a, I don't know, like a novelty thing.
Oh
They
yeah.
eventually,
Yeah.
They went away, and then the T came around. Now it's like early 2000s, something like that. And there was that gap there where there was nothing, but any slot for it.
But it's got the T logo.
Yeah, but they could have put that up later.
Could have been. This just looks like different track than the current T uses. Like this is like wide gauge. And then maybe I'm just thinking things, but are all the other like T stations platforms that high up for the train?
Yeah, they're decently high up.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I just remember seeing like the T from the window, and I'm like, I don't know the T ran this far. But
Yeah.
It doesn't. It used to. But whatever. Oh well. That was a good meme.